Restraint is emulating the Nibbana. Virtue emulates the mind of non-desire. Restraint and virtue is not being moved in regard to the mind that wants to move, which is already samadhi, a mind immovable, with no desire in the scene, just the scene. In the herd, just the herd. In the tasted, just what is tasted. In the thought, only what is thought. The highest asceticism is to endure the thought. By enduring and not acting out of the pressures, you are being mindful. By not acting out of things, by not losing sight of them, by not forgetting them, by prioritizing not acting out of these things, you are cultivating mindfulness. Be the gatekeeper of your desire. Knowing that it cannot escape itself into the body with action. Be the gatekeeper of your desire with restraint and knowledge. Choosing to act on arisen lust That is the gateway. I open the door by acting out. Endure the pressures to Nibbana. Keeping a watchful eye on that gateway, not acting out of a pressure that endures on any level, regardless of how long it endures, is what will make you an island for yourself in regard to everything and everyone you experience, until the aggregates break apart. Do not go outside by attempting to change the initial contact. Wanting change is suffering. The trick is to get you to walk away from the post. Can pressure make you act? Why wouldn't pressure just build and build? It's because you decide the pain was too much. Greed comes from you, not from things or thoughts. Round up your actions to discern the mind. Virtue balances the mind from surging, overextending into an assumed external realm of matter and action. There's no need to do your virtue, just do not do non-virtue. Non-engagement through restraint is the inevitable start, because effortless non-engagement is the end. Meditation is to affirm and reaffirm restraint and its factual basis, so as to live more like an arahant. Non-doing requires non-doing, effortless and infinite, because non-doing is first. Restraint makes one fearless, unintimidated, like a lion. The habit of restraint also restrains fear. Thus neither surprising loud sounds nor scary sights can ruffle the contained mind. Nibbana is the fearless state. Your will, intentional intention, leaning outwardly, the pressure, the craving is there as suffering because it cannot control. Action is the means by which craving assumes it is being released. Pressure, the root of action, is the measure of the assumption that it can. Acting out of feeling is what craving is. It is the means by which craving assumes release. We acquire desires that agitate us. Give them up. Stop entertaining them. Stop wanting them. Stop wanting the wanting. Sensuality is a fraction of your investment. All I have to do is not invest in this and I gain 1,000-fold. All I have to do is sense restraint and I win. Restraint is risk-free, debt-free, and loss-free. Asceticism never ends. Sensuality never ends. Endure the sense restraint for the sake of ultimate freedom. The true reality king, outside of all the pressures of the matrix, a Dharma shaman. Restraint of the body is to not act out towards possibilities that remain there in the world. And you choose to abstain from them. And then your abstaining, your sense restraining exists there concurrently with those possibilities. Neither are excluded. You just choose to maintain this in regard to what's still present. Allowing thoughts to take center stage is a deliberate act. Restrain that now also. There is an act of deliberation, either towards I want to get rid of these thoughts, or I'll deliberately give in to them. These thoughts are pressuring me, taking up too much of my attention span, and there is always a point where you choose to give in to that. And you realize, oh, that's what you need to not do. Just don't give in to that last drop. You can have all the images you want, but don't allow the lust. If you don't allow them center stage, you are in the clear. Restraint be my good, with diadem and scepter high advanced. Remember the sutta on the cowherd and the pastures. Cows are thoughts, and the domains of action with the senses are the pastures. Do not be tricked by 6 kinds of thoughts. Taming the body, taming the creature. Taming action reveals the discrepancy of mind and matter, and that the pain can't be in the body. The itch is the reference point for your development. The pressure is the measure of what you have to get used to. What's more reasonable? Acting out of doubt or pain to put an end to it, or to endure it without resistance? Simply do not let any 6 types of thoughts trick you into falling. This virtue will reveal the converging points of mind and matter. The pressure, the dukkha, is the discrepancy of the assumed border of mind and matter. The suffering is the glitch in the matrix that needs to be understood. When the body stops cooperating in old age, sickness, and death, restraint and non-action will be forced upon you. So now just fear the slightest fault. and restrained to invisibility. With confidence and faith in your knowledge, faith in never flinching, faith in virtue and restraint to be untouchable. From virtue, there is wholesome, immediate, wholesome pride, immediate fearlessness and blamelessness, immediate no bad consequences, immediately one is full of pride. Happy now, peaceful now, satisfied now. The less your Sila leaks, the better your samadhi, built from the ground up. If I cultivate and tame this animal, it will calm down, and my view that I have understood will be fulfilled. View of freedom amidst confinement, and that I only suffer because I resist confinement. And that exercising assumed control is through action. All I have to do is renunciation of thoughts, intention, and the world of bait and dreams, and I'll win. For the man who wants happiness and who seeks his own welfare, he should practice restraint and renunciation. Virtue and restraint develops the fearlessness and confidence of a king that sees no threat in any direction. He sits there unfazed, virtuous, with confidence and pride, happy, joy, tranquil body, with pleasure, composure, knowing and seeing, for disenchanted, dispassionate mind, and the knowledge and vision of liberation.